It is Dollar General Reset Sunday, or Refresh, which is what the store was calling it. Anyway, completely insane. It was just myself, my husband, and my friend Katie that were here at this refresh/remodel and the remodel crew. So my husband's heading to school supplies. I'm wanting to turn down this aisle right here, which was birthday, and as you can see, it's very, very empty. And so I walk right by here, forget about the medicines that are right there, so I got about those back later. And I'm recording these with my glasses. So I'm coming on this side and I'm like, oh man, okay, that's where I was going to start. There was like some kitchen-y stuff there. So I decided that I'm going to go help my husband because it doesn't look like they've been here yet. So he got the big bottles of glue first. That was like his unicorn. That's what he's been wanting for a couple of years at remodels. So he got those first, and then we just start going through stuff. I get over to the poster boards and the paints there and get those. So it took us about 10 minutes to go through this area. And then he actually, while we were checking out, he actually went back and found a few more items that were in there, like in different spots, and that weren't marked. But we ended up at this remodel with 7 carts of penny items between the 3 of us. He checked out first with a cart, and then I think I did a cart, and then Katie did a cart. We kept going back and forth. That way, for one, we weren't holding up the line, although they did eventually open up another checkout for other customers, which there really weren't very many customers while we were there. But we were just doing one cart at a time so that we hopefully didn't overload the system. But my very last cart that I did, the system was running very slowly. And after we scanned the last item, it took about 10 minutes for that one to catch up, and I think that one I'd have to go back and look. I think that one I spent over $2 on. So, there was 200 items, and it was just having a really hard time catching up. Always look on top. You can see there I found some on top. And just because there's an orange sticker does not automatically mean that's a penny, so you do have to scan just like any other penny items. But then you also have to know what items don't have those orange tags. We found lots of items, especially like as seen on TV. My husband got all those, and only a couple of those things were marked. And we ended up with, I don't know, about 20 or so as seen on TV things. So at this point, I'm starting to get excited because now we know that there's stuff here. We are kind of bummed about the birthday stuff. So at this point, I actually have no idea where Katie is because we're so focused on this. And she, in this time, was talking with the remodel workers, which are different than the store employees. The store employees were there. They were still doing their normal, checking out processes and stuff like that. But the whole remodel team was in here. And like you had seen earlier, they had just completely destroyed the birthday section because that was like a big section they were going through. But what they were telling her is that all the stuff wasn't thrown into like the gray bins with lids for the most part, but they told her that anything that's not in a gray bin with the lid shut and zip tied shut, that we could go through. And so she is at this point up front going through the birthday section. She's actually in the aisle scanning all the stuff of the items that are still there. So we're just here scanning away. And I assume that she's found something awesome because we haven't seen her anywhere. And unfortunately, my glasses did not record the whole thing. I think I need to tune down how much it records so that we can get more out of my glasses. So most of this video is just going to be us in this section. And then I will add a couple other videos with my phone that I did. But I do love these glasses. They're pretty awesome. So he's going through again. He's making sure I didn't miss anything, which I did miss some things actually in that he found. So here I'm going to leave him. I'm going to let him continue scanning here. I am going to go look for other items because I knew in the summer item I had seen some of the gift bags. So I wanted to go see if those things were still there, since I was thinking at this time we're not getting any gift bags or birthday stuff because I still hadn't seen Katie. But I did find some gift bags in that aisle, and then also some of the kitchen knobs. They had like a whole 4-foot section of like kitchen knobs and handles and wallpaper and stuff. And unfortunately they had packed all that away, but I did get a few because they were just sitting there randomly in the shoe aisle. So here I am. I'm still thinking that those little things go at some of the stores, but not at this one. At the next remodel we went to, they did go to a penny. It's so weird. So we ended up doing 2 remodels this day. This was our big one. It opened at 8, and we did not leave the parking lot until about 10, so it took us about 2 hours, and we decided to go ahead and go to the south one, even though when we were there yesterday, they did not have a ton. We wanted to go see there's always gonna be stray items, especially up there on top, and I'm glad we did because we got a bunch of stuff over there. And I'm trying to think if yeah, I think I got the little cups here, little sauce cups is all I saw there, but they'd already taken away most of that stuff. But then my friend Katie goes at the end of our shopping trip and finds like 3 or 4 of those big, huge turkey roaster things, and my husband goes back and finds an apple slicer. So, you just never know what you're gonna find in remodels. So, all right, this is part 1. Come back for part 2.